Liberty videos coming up, and what happened is I haltered her in the paddock. That's not on video because the camera is pre-staged for the round pen. I halter her over at the gate sometimes because that's where she's standing, and so when I walked in, her eyes got all big like, oh, you're coming for a session, and she runs over to the gate and turns around and looks at me. So she clearly thinks this is where she's supposed to halter at. So, oops, she picked up on that pattern, a little too predictable. So I stood out in the middle of the paddock and was like, nope, you got to come to me here. I'm not following you over to the gate to put your halter on. So I waited there, and she, 5 seconds later, like, oh, okay, came over out to the middle of the paddock and slipped the halter right on. And she led wonderfully over to the round pen. And we started our Liberty session. It might look a little bit like the other one, but her energy was a lot more elevated than the first one. All 4 girls were right over in the paddock over here eating hay. It's earlier in the morning. She was pacing a lot more amped and standing at the gate a bit. I was expecting higher expectations this time, being the second session, a little bit longer duration of her committing to me, a little bit better at distance. Because her energy was heightened, she was tending to come in closer. So you'll see I asked her to back up a few times, just to overemphasize and make no, even if your energy is higher, you still have to stay back from me. So her backs were perfect. And that was about it. Sometimes it took a little longer for her to get that eye contact, but she was just, again, really heightened and focused on these girls a lot. What's really fun is it's not like working with a clean slate horse, or even like with Lily was the first horse I did Liberty with. She didn't have a lot of distractions, and she was just very shut down and internalized with everything. So it was just a very slow process and step by step and building trust. With Coco, I'm using it as a method to completely break pushy habits. So she's wanting to come in close. She's very habitual. She's very associated with these other girls. She's very heightened energy. So it's swinging the pendulum the complete opposite way from what she naturally is like for 30 years. So it's a fun mental challenge for both her and I. Oh, Lily, you're so cute when you lose your feet for your hay bag. And so, of course, Neon has to come out and visit. She's waiting for her video. Those of you that worked with me with dolphins before know, like, the most challenging ones are my absolute favorite. So this is really, really fun and exciting to do, is Liberty in this scenario, because it doesn't get a whole lot harder than this, being that there's a lot going on, and you got, it's not the perfect setup for it. She's distracted. She's, kind of I say what's going to happen, and no, not really. You have to do what I want to do. And already there's some improvement. She's making the contact. She's making the connections. She's really wants to stand at the gate a lot. It's the closest point to the other paddock where the girls are. And so I purposely end every session the other direction, the other side of the round pen, 110% when she's committed, calm, focused on me, not any attention to the girls whatsoever. That is when the lead rope gets back on, and that is when we get to leave. And as a reinforcement, she gets to come say hi to the girls. So, yeah, so that's part of the reinforcement for that, because that's the best reinforcement she can get. So, more of the same, but higher criteria as we go on, and it's a whole lot of fun. I think this is working already. Walking on the lead rope, she has improved significantly with less pulling. She's doing so much better. Cat, you are so filthy. No, the city is ever. Okay. Distraction. Speaking of distraction, maybe some. Okay. Bye. Jesse? No.